Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hometown Hero. Now, the last time we saw each other, we got a huge win against FA 2000, inflicting their first and still only defeat of the season. So, when I said last season, dare to hope, it seems like it was really a dare. It seems FA 2000 are going to walk the rest of the league now, but I will still happily settle for second place. Now, the two games off camera that I have to tell you about are against Tastrup FC, which we won 2-1, and in all honesty, it was a bumpy ride. While, yes, we dominated, we only had 2 shots on target, and those 2 shots came from our new player, Chris Bronze, who I showed you was potentially joining last episode. And just look at him. I've been playing him on the right-hand side instead, and having Eric Braun on the left, and so far he's done really, really well. He scored the 2 goals in this game to get us the win when I was worried that we weren't. And then he also scored in the next game against Herlev. He scored in the 9th minute. That's 3 goals in 2 games. And again, this game we won relatively comfortably. A goal for Chris Bronze and 2 goals for Frederick Christensen, who hopefully is going to find his shooting boots a little bit again, because he's been going a little bit off the boil from that wondrous few games at the end of the last half of the season. But today, it's probably the last bit of proper business time we've got this season. We've got Holbaek away, who are on the same points as us, just behind us on goal difference. And this is going to be a big, big game for us. And I really, really want to try and win it and cement second place for ourselves. I think being so good for so long, and if we almost fail at the last hurdle, it would be a massive, massive shame. But going into the match, you know, the team is very, very similar from what it was last time. The only change being from the last live com is Chris Bronze slotting in at right attacking midfield. And as I said, he's done really, really well so far. And hopefully this game again, he can find another couple goals for us. But the team is Jonathan Goodmanson in goal, Martin Damsbo, Andreas Schultz, Ole Brasmussen and Martin Dambor at the back. And Dambor, I think, has just been playing a lot better than Patrick Bang-Nilsson. And he's got a much better relationship with Eric Braun on the left side of midfield. So I really think that Dambor, at the minute, is the way to go. But then Rasmus Mathiasen and Christopher Thran, the dream team in the middle. And then Chris Bronze, the new boy, Kagri Erdem, Eric Braun, and just ahead of them, Frederick Christensen, my man, the main man. I hope you're going to grab another couple goals for us today. And with that, I'm going to submit the team. And yes, I do have that little thing which says, are you sure you want to do it? Because it just gives me a chance to pull out. But looking at their team, it's a 4-4-2. We play relatively well against 4-4-2s. Might want to try and mark up their wingers, because I think that's where we're probably the weakest. Mark up this Olsen guy, because he's got the highest average rating. He's got everything for Holbaek, so probably mark up Short and Olsen and then see where that takes us. So going into the dressing room, going to tell them we can keep this run going. And you know, it wouldn't be a series with me if no one seemed to care about my team talks. But again, just going to tell them all the same thing, and then this time they seem to actually like it. But I'm going to go into opposition instructions, go on to Olsen. He's going to get the treatment. He really is. And then Short is going to get the opposite side winger. So if any crosses come in, it's probably going to be from Short's side, then if needs be. Now, in fact, you know what? I'm going to mark up Stig Green anyway. So going to do that, going to go into the game, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get something from this game, keep on pushing forward, and secure that second position in the league. But Damsbo getting it clear, and that's the end of the introduction highlight. And so far, it's been a really cagey game. 10 minutes in, no shots on target, very even possession. Finally being a shot after nearly 20 minutes. So I'm going to tell them to push forward. And Blonde's on the free kick, the new boy, easily cleared. And that guy on the ball, he had a confusing name, so I wasn't going to try and butcher it. But Hjort, and we should be closing him down now. He gets to the byline. You know, when I tell them to close down and tight mark, I kind of expect them to do it, but that doesn't happen apparently, which I'm not a particular fan of. So I'm going to tell them to push forward again. The defence isn't playing that well, but hopefully now something comes of this. Gudmundsson hoofing it up long to Christensen, but Jensen easily getting the ball. Rasmussen hoofing it forward, which is an easy ball. But Blonde's on the ball now. He shoots, and it was well wide. And I kind of wish he tried to do something there instead of take the shot. And now they come forward again. It's been, from the KG opening, it's now really been a back and forth game with Damsbo getting the ball clear up to Christensen. He holds the ball up nicely, gets it into Christopher Thran. He needs to now look out wide for Chris Bronze, Kagri Erdem. Something needs to happen now. There needs to be some penetration rather than just long balls forward. And at the minute, they're looking relatively comfortable. We're not really threatening too much. Olsen on the ball again, but he misses this time, and that was a little bit of a let-off for us. But at the minute, it's been an even game, but we're not getting our shots in. And Damsbo gets it to Bronze, who, they interchange between themselves. Easy for the goalkeeper, poor launch ball upfield. I think at half-time we're going to try and go shorter passing because long ball today has not been doing well. But Christensen on the ball, can he work something out? No, he can't, but he gets it to Thran. And Fredrik Christensen on the stroke of half-time, assisted by the main man, Christopher Thran, gets the goal, which moves us back up into second and makes it a bit easier going into half-time. But looking at it here, Christensen starts this little move and he finishes this little move. Fredrik Christensen is on the comeback. I tell you, he's going to be a big player for the rest of this season and hopefully a big player next season, scoring all these goals. And today, Christopher Bronze is not playing well. His live commentary debut and he's not doing that well. And we're struggling for possession, so yeah, I think I'm going to take it off direct passing and go to short mixed and go on to retain possession, play at a slightly higher tempo. And that, I think, is actually going to be it. So the team talk, I'm actually going to tell them, I'm not happy with that performance. Erdem and Christensen didn't like that. I was hoping to try and fire them up, but let's send them out. Hopefully those two can bring a good performance now, and if not, we've got substitutes on the bench. But Thran into Erdem, easily cleared, and there Christensen on the ball now. But a great tackle by Bisp Rasmussen there. That was an outstanding tackle, and I'm very happy with that because that looked like it was going to be an easy goal for them. I'm getting told to close down Olsen, even though he's already been tight marked, but I'm going to try it anyway. And again, I'm going to tell them to push forward. I'd really like to get the win in this game. And with that, because I want the win, we're going to go on to overload. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the behind. And I'm not sure what to do. I think Hansen comes on up front because Christensen's been quite quiet this half. I think August Ozalik comes on instead of Braun because I think he really does offer something completely different. And Erdem's been booked and Bronze can just really supply something out of this world. So yeah, I think those are going to be the three changes. Three attacking changes, really trying to go for the jugular in this game. So here's hoping. And Matthijsen's already been booked. Oh no. Oh, just as I made the changes as well. You know what? No time like the present. I'm really going to try and go for it. But I think we're going to take it off overload at the same time. But really going to try and go for it. At this rate, with Matthijsen sent off, he's one who really ties it all together in the middle. So the chances are we're going to concede chances, so we might as well try to make as many as we can in return. So we're going to try this. It's probably not going to go well. Now I'd be happy with the draw because of Mathiasson getting sent off. But at the minute, it's 87 minutes in. We're edging it slightly, but at the minute... Oh, Christopher Bronze gets the ball in, easy to deal with, but pinned on the edge. Rasmussen gets tackled easily, and there's full time. Holbaek 1, Slales 0. And can I say I'm very disappointed on that? Not really, because they are the team just behind us. They are in third position. But I would still like to have got the win, and I'd have really tried to push for it if it wasn't for Mathiasson getting sent off. But I'm going to tell them they were unlucky, because in that second half we did shade it, and we were playing the better football. But that is that for that game. We're still in second place, we're still ahead on goal difference, but it's still going to be a bit of squeaky bum time coming up to the end of the season. We're going to still try and finish second, and with that in mind, the next game we're going to come back for is the end of the season against Stenløse, hopefully try and tie up the league at second position. And until then, guys, I'll see you on Monday at 5:30, and bye-bye.